Totally get it.
Like, there's no legitimate reason for being here. So, it's a field trip.
You know,
It is fun. Oh, definitely. If we, then you would no longer be invited. Oh, so what? Right.
not a bad trade-off.
There's one range.
Oh,
Talking to strangers, drive above, drive below. Lay across if you speak. Sure. One of us would give out. Sure.
Everybody good on white balance and sound check?
Accomplished?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right. As far as the injuries go, Nick Bolton has a dislocated wrist. So they're working on that now, and we'll see how he does. He really had a heck of a game up to that point. But, the fans were incredible. What a day. In Arrowhead, beautiful day, first of all, and then you have the noise there with the Chargers having to use a couple timeouts and illegal procedures and so on that they had going against them. Congratulations to Dante Hall, too, for going into the Hall of Fame and all the alums that were back here. We love having you all back and supporting the Chiefs. Listen, the second half from our defensive standpoint was a shutout. Spags is doing a great job with design, and the players are playing their hearts out. I give credit to all the coaches there on the defensive side, but when you have a shutout going against that crew, that's quite a deal. Batted balls all over the place. Charles, I mean, it was great to get him back in the mix here, or back in just in the mix. He never was in it, so it was a good deal there. He had a sack and again a block. Well, 4 sacks by our defense was tremendous, and the list keeps going on, right? So we responded after the turnovers. Beautiful job there. Offensively, a good day. I mean, a real good day. Again, Matt Nagy puts together the game plan It was a beautiful game. That defense is special with some of the players that they have there, and their head coach is calling the plays, and he's a heck of a coordinator and head coach, but he also knows exactly what he's doing on with the defense. So with that, Pat had obviously a big day with over 400 yards. Kelsey keeps getting better with time. Taylor can stay around all she wants. Rasheed Rice, I mean, we've witnessed this now. I mean, you're watching him grow right in front of us here. And then Quez, the old man of the group, he had a big day today. And the third down percentage, anytime you can be 6 for 11 on third downs with the pass rushers that they have is something. And that tells you that your offensive line did a pretty good job. So Andy Heck and his crew really did well. But I thought all the offensive coaches likewise had a nice day. Dave Tobe had a plan for McCole, and the guys blocked their hearts out for him, and he busted that punt out. That was a huge play. And then he came back and had a big catch. So welcome back, McCole. And we only got him here on Thursday, so we'll keep adding stuff to his menu there. Anyways, with that, I'm good. Yeah, well, when I say he wasn't in the mix, I mean, he hasn't played in a game for us other than preseason. But what he did was on the 6 weeks off, he kept himself in shape, and you got a chance to see that today. Now, is he going to be sore? Yeah, he'll be in the cold tub for a while tomorrow. But he's a nice addition to the mix there. I think both he and Pat they're on the same page. That's a challenge. That's a challenge for defenses, and I know they work on it. This isn't like a secret, so they're working on those things now. That's when I say, Matt and Joe, all the guys that are involved with that pass game, putting together things. It's quite a tribute to the coaches, and then for those two going out there and executing like they do. And he might be getting better with age. You and I can't say that, Evan, but he can. No. Yeah, so nobody, they weren't hanging their heads. They kind of figured it out. We had a plan for it. And then they got us on a few. And when I tell you, I mean, that's a good offense now. So if the guys figured it out, and you look at the stops in that second half and the pressure on the quarterback, and that was an unsettled position for him today. I mean, the guys got after him a little bit. So whether they were sacking him or hitting him, he had people around him all the time.
It was probably hard to find it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's probably both. It's a combination. They kind of know where the green lights are and where the red lights are with the flexibility of the play, and they utilize it. Long yellow light, right? Go ahead, in the back. Yeah. Listen, I think it's great. We just got to keep growing here. We've got another AFC West team coming up this next week here. So with Denver, and they'll have another plan for us. But the guys they're working through all of that, and this is a new road that you have a chance to play a team twice. All right, well, that's a different thing. They know you, and you have an idea about them. Now, what do you do? So I'm saying for the young guys, but they're getting better. They're getting better.
Coach Reed, you scored 3 touchdowns in the second quarter. Do you feel like your team's best rhythm they've had offensively this season, and what was the spark of it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably say, yeah. I mean, it was a productive day. We still got to get rid of some of these penalties. You know, we get rid of a couple of those things, and we'll really have something going. But, I thought it was productive. It was a great plan, and if you take away some of the little mishaps there with the penalties, then you've got a pretty good day. Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mean, he's been away for 6 months or so, and going through all of their learning that offense, and then coming back to this, and not easy to do. But McCole is real smart. So he's a smart kid, innately smart kid, and so it wasn't hard for him to jump back in and pick up a few things that we had in the game plan and roll with those.
And just the
Yeah, yeah, that nice drive. You know, I was telling Ted that those are plays when you have those are it's hard to come back and use those plays. You've already used them to get there, and you kind of throw them out the window with turnovers and penalties and that. So, but for us to come back and do what we did after that was a good thing. Yeah.
Patrick, obviously the Chargers are pretty conscious of Travis. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things. But I think the main thing is the way he's able to recognize coverage and adjust on the fly. We always talk about it, but it's something that you can't take for granted. I mean, it's like almost like he's playing Madden. Like he can read the coverage and stop in the windows and be open and be on the same page as me at all times. And so he did a great job, man. I think he does it week in and week out, and that's why he's the player that he is, and he'll be a Hall of Famer one day. It's hard to say because even though it's not technically scripted the way, we talk about it throughout the week. And so if you look at the one where I kind of throw in the middle of the field right between people, we kind of discussed like if that guy flies out, just be in that window and I'm gonna throw it. And so I think by practicing it and doing it in practice, I have confidence he's gonna do it in the game. And I always joke around with him. I'm like, man, just take a rep off in practice, but he doesn't want to. He wants to be out there all the time. And so I think he understands how important it is to build that chemistry, and that's what makes him so great. Yeah, no. The first off, the first third down, I missed him. He actually read it well. Saw the linebacker pushing to him. I saw the corner outside, but Trav was going to take that guy out of the way, so he actually read it the right way, and I missed him. But then the last one was cover zero, using his speed, getting through traffic, and making a big catch to get that first down. Man, I mean, it's impressive because I mean he didn't have the season that he wanted in New York, but to be able to come back, have confidence, not be down on himself, and know that whenever he gets his opportunity, he's going to do the most with it. And obviously the punt return really put the game away. And so it's another a piece that we can add to the offense, and that speed's hard to replicate. Yeah, I would say so far. There's still just little things here and there. The first drive, the penalty, it just hurts. We play big games like this; those could be really big. And then the second half, just here and there, just a little miscues here and there. If I can hit Rasheed on that one when they're triple teaming Travis, he's probably going to score. So just little things here and there that I have to continue to be better at. But we're definitely taking steps in the right direction. I would just say the interception, just no one look at Quez because that's who I was supposed to throw to. and he was probably another touchdown. So just cut him out of the picture when y'all look at it.
Patrick, Travis has had 3 big games. He gets better. He's a better player now than when he got in.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way he's able to recognize coverages is probably even better. I mean, he's played against every single team and every coverage and every way to try to take him away, and so he's able to recognize that and then dissect it on the fly. Younger Trav would have scored on that 1 touchdown though, so I'll say that. So, but other than that, I think he's doing a great job of finding ways to get himself open and having these monster games. Yeah, so he actually was the first read. I mean, in all honesty, I called the running back was supposed to go out the other way, and I called it the wrong way, and so it ran underneath Marquez, but it actually opened up everything else to the right, and so I scrambled out to the right. He did a great job of working with me, and then I threw the ball. I mean, I think those runs have started to work, and now the defenses are coming up when I scramble, and so I was able to get the ball to Marquez, and then he got in the end zone, and he had a good game today, and I have to continue to find him because he's getting open, and I have to continue to find ways to get him the football. Yeah, 3rd down, they did a good job, but they were going to double him at least. And if the running back stayed in, they're going to send a 3rd guy there. And so they were very conscious of Travis. But it opens up other things. We just got to be able to hit and connect on those things. We did in certain points, but if we can continue to get better in that, like the one to Rasheed, if I can hit him on that and then we get that big touchdown, it'll take defenses out of that. And so we got to continue to prove that. That's stuff that we can get better at as the season goes on. Yeah, I mean, they were great. They were great in pass protection. I've said it 7 times to them in the locker room. I mean, other than the 1 sack on 3rd and super long, they kept me clean. And a lot of pockets whenever I was going 1, 2, 3 back to 1 type of reads. And so they played their tail off. They battled. And then in the second half, they found a way to just grind out yards in the run game. And so, I mean, that's a great defensive front. And I thought the offensive line accepted the challenge and played a great game. Yeah, no, we actually talked about it on the sideline after. I saw him, but I just couldn't find the angle to make the throw to him. And so the offensive line did a good job, and I was able to step up in the pocket and just made it easier to float it to him. He was kind of like the 2nd, 3rd read on that play, and so I looked out for the first few. They were covered, and I saw Travis. So I just wanted to find a way to get him the football, and so he did a good job finding that open space, and I was able to get the football to him. Yeah, no, he does a great job of whenever he's open, he doesn't get himself covered. I mean, I say that, and it sounds funny, but a lot of times, if you're supposed to run a route a certain way, they're going to keep running the route, and they'll go through the window. And in this offense, Coach Reed gives them the freedom to, if you're open, stay there. Don't get yourself covered and run the route like we've ran it in practice 1,000 times. And so he does a great job of that. And it sounds simple, but it's something that he's really mastered.
Patrick, that different piece of thought about today. You mentioned that they were focusing on Travis. Is that the reason why you're able to distribute so well, or what did you see in the ability to get?
Yeah, I think guys have stepped up. If they're going to focus that much on Travis, obviously we're going to still try to throw him the football in certain areas, but we got other guys got to make plays. And guys stepped up, made a lot of big plays, big catches. And I think that's what our offense is going to continue to be. Obviously, there's going to be a big dose of Trav, the player that he is. But if we want to continue to get to that next step of an offense and a team, we're going to have to let other guys make plays when it counts. And the guys did a good job of that today. Yeah, he's just learning, not only from me, but from Travis, from Marquez. He takes in information well. He learns. And we continue to give him more, and he continues to get better and better. And so he's obviously a physical player. I think y'all can see that. But the way he's able to kind of start recognizing coverages and get himself open is starting to really translate. And then we'll continue to get better and better. And if I can hit him on that one route, it's even a bigger game. So I think he's done a great job. But he can't be satisfied. He's got to continue to get better if he wants to be the player I think he wants to become. I think the biggest thing I could tell, I mean, obviously you see the physical stuff. I mean, everybody has the physical stuff, but when I have those passing sessions in the offseason, I think y'all know when I'm talking through stuff with the receivers, I'm talking about recognizing coverages and stuff like that. And I could tell even though he didn't know because he hadn't played in the NFL, he had a good grasp of feel. Like he understood how to kind of settle in certain areas, and if he made a mistake, he would fix it the next time. And so I think that was the biggest thing that I saw with him. I mean, obviously the physical stuff is there, but the way he was able to comprehend and do stuff and adjust on the fly, I think that stuff is what is going to be makes you great in this offense. I think he does a great job of it.
Hi, friends.
Can you take us through your touchdown?
Yeah. We had a play called. I was on the other side of the field. He got some pressure, and I kind of just worked with him and ran to the other side of the field. And he saw me. We made eye contact, and I said, "Hey, throw me the ball," and he threw it to me.
You said he
Nah, I mean, it sounded right to me. I think he might have called the protection wrong for the running back or the chip or whatever it was, so the back might have went to the wrong side. Um, so I think one of the defenders got underneath the initial throw. So I think the initial throw was there, but with the pressure, he kind of just got off of it, and I just kept working with him. Yeah, I mean, it's great. Obviously, we traded for him for a reason. He's a hell of a player. You know, me and McCool have a great, friendship that stayed true, even when he left. He was one of the first guys that I talked to when I got here. And so being able to, bring him back and, enjoy his energy, he's a loud one. But, he's energetic and, his play shows, and he's electric, and you saw that today. Just growth, man. I think Ford's doing a really good job of just doing what he's supposed to do and making the plays that he's supposed to make. Not trying to be anything that he's not. You see a lot of rookies come in and try to do too much and can't figure out, what the right thing to do, what's the wrong thing to do. He's just been doing his job, and it's been paying off for him. He's a quiet kid that, listens to what he's told to do and always wants to learn, always taking notes. And it shows, week in and week out of just him making the plays. And obviously, Pat trusts him to keep giving him the ball. We scored 31 points. I guess that's the biggest indicator. And obviously, that's our standard, from, what they've done in the past and what we did last year. And, what our standard is as an offense. We just have so many talented players, from top to bottom, in every position room that you think that we should be able to score 30 points every week. And so, that's always our goal to, be the number one offense and win games. There's no frustration, man. We're winning games. Obviously, as a receiver, you want the ball every play. So if you want to say I'm frustrated, then I can say I'm frustrated every single play I don't get the ball. But we're winning games, and I don't take it too far. You never gonna see me throwing tablets on the sideline. I didn't get the football thrown to me. Obviously, there's plays where you be like, hey man, I could have got this one or whatever it is, but there won't ever be any visible frustration. Anything that is like that gets handled inside the building. You won't ever see me frustrated outside of it. So.
To bounce off that, it kind of feels like, when some guys say that I'm working for my name, it feels like that's kind of in your career. Like not every game you make an impact, but you make a big impact.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Obviously I've had a pretty long career, and I've averaged like 20 yards a catch my whole career. So there's going to be games where guys don't want me to get big plays, and that's just the reality of it. They're going to do anything they can to stop me from going one for 80. They'll let Travis or whoever catch 10 balls before they let me catch one. And that's just been the name of the game. I've been one of the better DPS in the league my whole career. So, I take it with pride, and I see the respect that I get from defenses across the league. He's the best tight end in the NFL. in the history of football. So there's not really much to say past that. He's the best to ever do it. So you can know what he's going to run, and he'll still get open. I don't know, man. You know, obviously, like I said, I want the ball every play. So if I can get all 60 passes thrown to me, I would. So, you know, I don't know. But, you know, we'll see what happens next week. Going against a good defense that, you know, helped me to no catches. So, nah, man. I think that as a room, you know, we've all been in that position to, you know, rally around guys. But at the end of the day, we're so unique with how we operate as a receiver room. I don't think really a lot of teams do it how we do it with the versatility and having, you know, 7 guys that can go in and play at any time. You know, you usually see 3 or 4 guys, you know, active on a roster, maybe 5. So we got, you know, 7, 8 guys up every week. You know, just kind of the next man up and go with the opportunities in front of you.
Welcome.